All right, let's begin.
Exactly what being a nurse taught me about women. All right, so obviously when I was a nurse, bro, I was a youngin, especially when I first started out. So I didn't know a lot of shit. I did not know a lot of shit. All right, I didn't know about female nature. I really barely even dated, so I didn't have a lot of information. So when I first started, working as a nurse, and I was hearing about the stories that they had and stuff like that, and the stuff they were talking about, I was like, yo, what is going on, man? Bottom line is like it taught me that number one, obviously don't just listen to what women say. Watch what they do, right? It taught me that because a lot of them would be like, oh my god, like I definitely want just like a god-fearing man, who's just innocent and they're a virgin and they go to church and they provide. That's what they say. And then the stories I heard them talking about was like, yeah, I was with the drug dealer guy again last night. Oh my god, like girl, like his girlfriend came in halfway through. I was hearing some crazy ass stories. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And they were always dealing with some super masculine dude, or half the time they were dealing with like dudes at work and shit like that. So that
The thing is, you have two sides: your long-term self, short-term self, your crack self, your druggy self, your smart self, your carnal self, your spiritual selves. And in some people, one part is stronger than the other. And we all aspire to be our good self. That's why these women say, I want a good guy. But emotionally, what they react to is to the toxic guy because but most, this is what I'm trying to say is this is most people. Okay. Like we all wish we ate better, right? We all wish, we all wish we were better in some other areas, right? And our darker nature in some areas control us. That's what's going on. It's just that, it's just like guys. Some guys say they want a good girl, and guess what happens? They go with the glucky gluck, with the girl that has that throat action, over the good girl. Like this happens everywhere, right? But I think it happens more with nurses, right? I think it does happen. I think, for example, like there's some red flags. If a girl does mountain climbing, I'm not going out with you. I'm not. If you do mountain climbing, I'm not going out with you. Plain and simple. If you do any risky activity, I'm not going out with you. Because usually women who do those risky activities, a lot of them are cheaters, right? So there are some things that you discriminate. That's a fact. And there's a reason why people talk shit about nurses.
really made me realize just like yo, chicks are sneaky, and you really gotta watch what they do, not what they say, right? That's number one. Number two is the work husband shit is fucking real, bro. Like the work husband shit, bro. Work base shit. It's not a joke, bro. Like they're fucking the shit out of their work base and shit. I remember there was this married lady, right? She, obviously he's a nurse. There was a married lady, and you know what I'm saying. Every like the beginning of every shift, shift change or whatever. As soon as she got on, she would give a report and stuff like that, and then she would stay at the nurse's station, and some dude, from the next floor would come down and talk to her and like flirt with her the whole time or whatever. And I remember walking in one time, and it was like there was a lot of like sexual tension when I walked in, and I was like, because I had to ask her for something, and I'm just looking at them both, and I'm like, okay. Like what's going on here? They were clearly smashing, bro. Clearly smashing, bro. Probably during shifts because I was working overnight shifts. So they were probably smashing during shifts. All right, I was on the other side or whatever, so I wasn't really paying attention to it. But they were clearly probably smashing during their shift. All right. Another thing is like I said, the work husband shit. I remember the worst shift I ever worked in my fucking life, bro. And who if that nurse sees it, fuck that bitch. Because here's the thing, there was the system wasn't working, right? The electronic system wasn't working. It was down. So I had to use paper EMARs. If you guys know what that is, it's ass. It was all outdated. So I had to use that. And there was an RN on shift. It was like a Sunday. And she was not working. She wasn't doing shit. She was literally flirting with the physical therapist the entire time, right? Because he came in because he knew she was gonna be there. He had to look at one patient and he just flirted with her the entire 12-hour shift, bro. The entire 12-hour shift, they're just flirting with each other. So that work husband shit, it's not a joke. It's not funny. It's real. All right, it's real.
Yeah,
And
and
number
this is something that personally, how often is that a common thing? You know, how common is that? I would like to think because that is cheating. That is cheating. At the end of the day, deep down, you wouldn't show that to your man, would if they could.
three, a lot of places a lot of places that you work, like the dynamics is very similar to high school. It's very very similar to high school, like the hierarchy, the flirting and all that other shit. It's very similar to high school. I remember I was working at this one place. I'm trying not to get too much into details to expose shit. I was working at this one place, and there was this guy. He was like the alpha there, and he was always trying to like assert his dominance and shit. And then he always felt threatened when I was there because I was just kind of like the smooth cat, but I had control of everything, right? Because I like control the floor and shit, right? This was psych. I was working psych. But anyways, so fast forward, there was a chick that worked at the front, and she started messing with me because she was like, let me get your number or whatever. She was like super interested in me or whatever.
Damn.
So then we linked up, we smashed or whatever. After work, she came over one day and we just smashed or whatever. Come to find out, like I went to work one day and I saw that dude like talking to her, and I realized that they were a thing. And then like they were arguing and shit, and then he was like, bro, that chick, man, that chick be pissing me off. I don't know why she be doing this and that, man. And I was like, yo, he's messing with this chick too. So like she was.
First of all, red flag on his part. Don't stay with women that makes you feel negative emotions all the time, that makes you mad all the time. It's like injecting a bad drug. If you take drugs and one of the side effects is that after the high you get anxious, what happens is that over time you get anxious in general, even without the drug. These types of women will change you for the worse. Get the fuck away from these women. What the fuck? Like any woman that knows how to trigger you to get angry, get the fuck away. That's too much power. You're giving up women too much power. I know a lot of you motherfuckers right now are talking to women who pisses you off, who gets you angry, and all that kind of stuff. You got to get out because those women will ruin future relationships. They're never worth it.
Was messing with both of us, and I'm pretty sure she probably had some other people she was dating too and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of this shit is just messy, bro. A lot of shit is just messy. There's a lot that goes on, bro. Like another thing I learned, number four. Another thing I learned is like, yeah, I mean, it's way easier for women to cheat than it is for men to cheat, but they definitely most likely cheat more because usually. I remember I was working at this one place, bro, and there was this chick, right? Obviously, she was a nurse, but she gave me her number or whatever, and I was doing agency, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here long. And she's like, that's okay, like whenever you're free, just hit me up. All right. So then I went to go work another job because I was working agency. And I remember I hit her up one day, and she's like, pull up, pull up. So I pulled up to her apartment complex or whatever. Now, what she told me was like she told me she was living with her ex, but like he was a horrible person and he was like cheating on her or some shit. That's what she told me or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, so they're probably not, they're probably not together anymore or whatever, right? So then I pulled up and like, we did the back of the car shit right in front of like her apartment or whatever, and then I dipped out. Come to find out, she was still in a relationship with that nigga. You feel me? She was still in a relationship with
It's
that
crazy,
nigga.
bro.
I didn't fucking know that. All right, I thought they were on a break, but yeah, man, it's like it just teaches you a lot, man. It teaches you a lot, and then another thing, number five is like obviously I'm only saying this stuff because a lot of dudes just don't know this, obviously. But number five would definitely be just that a lot of times women could be more sexual than men. They'll be like, oh my god, did you see that new nurse? Oh my god, did you see that? Did you see him on Did you see the doctor? Shit like that, bro. They say that a lot.
Yeah, because they're humans. Just because a woman doesn't act a certain way around you doesn't mean she don't act like she don't act that way. Get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta realize people are more similar to you than you think they are. Not horrible language. Like, for example, when I see a woman who, hey, how are you? Hey, when I see them talk like that, all I could imagine is her talking, oh fuck, I'm tired. Cause that's how she really talks. This hey is an act. And I never, ever put that in my mind as part of her personality. To me, that's your mask. Whenever I hear you speak like a I don't give a fuck tone, that's when I realize that's really you. But humans, especially when you're younger, you don't understand this. You don't understand these nuances about human nature that most people are putting on an act.
Obviously, like when I used to pull up, after I got on body game, I used to pull up to different places. I mean, the chicks they used to be going fucking crazy, bro. They used to go crazy. I remember during COVID, we had the masks on, right? And I was working corrections, so I was walking into the facility, and I was like, yo, fuck it, let me just wear this. I had some nice ass black scrubs, and you feel me? I was tatted up and shit, so I walked in, black scrubs, just walking. You feel me? All black, and I had some, what did I have on? Probably some foams. I had some foams on, and I was just walking in. And then there was these ladies outside because they were off their shift, and they knew I was coming in because they like heard about me. They're like, yeah, there's a new nurse coming in. So they were waiting. They were literally waiting after the shift for me.
The fuck?
And then they're like, hey, come here. And then I went over and I was like, it was good. And they're like, you're the new nurse, right? I was like, yeah. And they're like, can you put down your mask so we can see your face? I was like, yo, I'm looking beautiful right now, bro. It's like I had the beard lined up and shit. You feel me? I had the Castro and that shit. So I pulled the mask down and like I saw the nurses. They're like, oh my god, have a great shift. You know what I mean? Like they're
It's like, my goodness, my pearls. Yeah, it must be crazy because it's mostly women. So the few men that are in there are gonna get a lot of pussy
that,
names.
that shit was funny as hell, bro. That shit was funny as hell. But yeah, man, like chicks care about appearance just as much as dudes do, man. Y'all just don't be knowing that shit, man. And they be saying shit. They be like, oh my god, you're so sexy and shit like that all the time. And I remember my last day.
Ah, shit. Oh boy, what's gonna happen in his last day? Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. I personally, I don't find it shocking. I don't find it shocking. The problem is that when men don't get women, they don't really see the full ranges of women's behavior. Men who are deprived of poom poom don't see 95% of women's behavior. All they see is the behavior of, I don't find you attractive, get the fuck away from me. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Working this agency job, and it was my last day, and they threw me like a little party. It was kind of cute. You ain't gonna lie, it was kind of cute. I was like, yeah, I fuck with y'all type shit, right? Um, but like there was a married nurse, another married nurse. They're always married, but there was a married nurse, and like she got my Instagram and shit, and she was like, oh my god, you're so sexy. Let me feel on your muscles, cause she had like saw my Instagram and shit. She was like feeling on my muscles, and she's like, oh, if I could just have one night with you, and all that shit, right?
Nah, you can't say that to
And
me.
obviously she started following me on Instagram, shit like that. And there was another nurse following me on Instagram because she wanted my Instagram. So it's like, I mean, listen, women are opportunistic just like men are, but for some reason we have a concept or a mindset that they're not. But yeah, y'all fellas just gotta wake up because that's female nature, bro. It's like women they crave sex just like we do.
Yeah, and women are very depraved when they talk about men when you're not watching. They say crazy shit. They really do say crazy shit. So much crazy shit that it might leave you. You might think they might be trans, right? They're like, yeah, are you trans? Are you sure you're not a president? You're not the president's wife? um, yeah. Look, man, me working as a dating coach. I should make a video about that. What I think I have, right, about what working as a dating coach have taught me about women. Because yeah, this is what you see, man. Women are good at hiding how they really are. That's a fact. They're really good at hiding how they really are. So what can you do, man? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys next time, man. Check out our courses in the description down below. I'll help you get a girl or get the guy that you want. Check out my Patreon for $5 a month. You guys can watch my other video gallery that I don't post here. It's like my second channel. It's like a good way to follow and support the channel while getting value from it. See you guys inside. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I can tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, You guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.